Hello, I'm Matt and welcome to Badger Workshop. I've made another shepherd's hut, and this time I want to have a built-in bed for it. I'm going to build it out of pine. This is plain all round pine I got from the hardware store. It's much more expensive than 2x4s, but it's much nicer quality. I'm going to use dowels to join it together. This will make it stronger than using screws, but also it just looks nicer with having no screw heads to fill. It's a pretty simple construction. It's just a frame held together with dowels, so there's just a lot of cutting to length and using the dowels to join. There's enough room in the hut to put a standard size bed in, but I want it to be built in because it looks neater, and also I can put some built-in storage in. The bed is going to be the full width of the hut, and at the front there's going to be a frame with 2 doors in for the storage. So this is going to be the front of the bed. This is what you're going to see when you open the hut door. And these 2 holes in it are going to be where the doors for the storage go. Unfortunately, I don't have a domino joining machine, but you can set how sloppy you want the joints. There's a little bit of movement. With this dowel joiner, they're just perfectly straight holes, so it's much harder to get everything perfectly together. But with the amount of stuff I make at the moment, I really can't justify the extra expense of a domino. To start making the doors, they're really just the same. They're 4 bits of wood joined together with some dowels. With the frames for the 2 doors made, I clamp them up and leave the glue to dry overnight. The next day the clamps come off and I route out a rebate in the doors. The router leaves rounded corners obviously, so I just have to take a chisel and a mallet and square the corners off. The panel of the doors can be filled with some tongue and groove cladding. The inside of the hut was all done in tongue and groove, so these are all just the little offcuts I had. When the panelling was in, I went round the inside of the doors and along the frame and just rounded over the corners. As this is a bed and you could be getting in and out of it, you don't want any rough edges. I gave everything a sand down and then gave it a coat of primer before finishing with a top coat of white paint. That bundle of wood is some slats I bought online. I thought about making my own slats, but it was just cheaper to actually buy them ready-made, and they have fabric strips holding them together. I used the slats as a reference to how wide I wanted the bed to be, and added on about 1 centimetre leeway. How long the bed is determined by how wide the hut is. So with 2 pieces cut as wide as the slats, and 1 piece as long as the hut, I could join those 3 together to make a U-shaped piece of wood. This is all going to go on the back wall and the side walls and make the frame for the bed. I cut down some square timber, and then this gets glued and screwed in place, and this is going to be the support for the slats to sit on. I used some quick clamps to just help align it before I could drill pilot holes and stick some screws in to secure it. Hopefully now I've got it in the hut it'll make more sense how it's all going to come together. Please excuse the view of my bum. This is the U-shaped bit that goes along the back wall. I cut some little scraps of wood at the height I wanted the bed just to help me get it up. Back pieces and the side pieces got screwed into the studs, and then the front frame can get slid into place. It got screwed down into the floor, and then I used some angle brackets to attach it to the side pieces. To attach the doors I used the trick of using some playing cards as spacers to get an even gap all the way round. I've got some nice big wrought iron hinges for this that match the other wrought iron pieces I have through the hut. With the hinges on, I've got some matching catches. I've made this bed slightly taller than normal so it gives you quite a lot of storage space, and these are big doors, so you could even crawl in under there if you really wanted to. The last job is to get all the slats in place. Fortunately, these ones didn't come pre-drilled with pilot holes, but it's just a simple case of stretching it all out, and then I could drill and screw every third one I think I did in place. This is the first time I've made any fitted furniture for the hut, but I think it gives a sense of perspective on how big the hut is. Anyway, that's it all done. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe for more videos.